you go. I do know a lady in Washington that's very pretty. Very pretty. Orange leather pants and an orange leather vest that matched. And it was great outdoor.
Was it a bright orange though?
Okay, the connection's
Like
unstable.
almost
Did you check the Wi-Fi?
I checked.
Did you unplug it and plug it back in?
So I do understand.
Did you unplug it and plug it back in?
I checked earlier
How
and
did
all
you
the
check it?
lights. Well, all the lights were on.
Okay, but it's telling me that the connection's unstable.
I need something to put them on. I need a book. Or something to stop them from getting done. Sure. I just gave myself some inspiration, Jesse.
Yeah.
What
When
did
I
I
have
say?
time off, I'm just gonna change our provider.
It actually looks okay to me now.
Yeah, but still,
Share a new one?
still good.
Sorry, what were you saying? I missed that part.
It keeps kicking Chelsea off too, so
Off the what?
the Wi-Fi.
I'm not joining them.
Okay, so we have sound. I think we're live. I think I shared it. So I think this is Rumble 256. I think this is June 21st. This is
There
our
are 6
lovely
very patient people. What is
first day of summer. It is Indigenous Peoples Day, and we're going to begin with the
this?
land acknowledgement.
Just be patient.
Am I okay to start?
Yeah.
Okay. The Creator gifted us with this land that we are blessed to share and care for together. We acknowledge that the land we gather on, Mohkinstsis, is the ancestral territory of the Siksika Sitapi, the Siksika, the Kainai, the Piikani, and the Amskapi Piikani. We acknowledge all the Treaty 7 signatories, including the Tsuut'ina people, as well as the Iarhe Nakota Nations, Bearspaw, Chiniki, and Wesley. This land is also home of Métis Nation Region 3 and all others who call this place home. Thank you so much, and we are so blessed to be able to get together, either online, virtually. Thank you for joining us and for being patient with us, and in person. Thank you so much for taking time and being able to join us. We have so lucky that Felix is able to join us. Do you want to open to a random page? So our first piece of inspiration comes to us from a book that our dear friend Laureen Sheba put out with there's quite a few Indigenous authors in this book about stories of the Bigfoot. So the Northern Sasquatch, Tales of the Northern Sasquatch. Rich did some illustrations.
As I was going through the old,
wait. I like hearing you read. Brace.
as I can't see
Right,
it.
right.
As I was going through the old reports of
Reports.
I had on file, I came upon a young First Nations boy who, at the time, was 15 years of age and originally from the Kwanlin Dun First Nation. The boy mentioned he'd observed what he referred to as Sasquatch
Hey, I'm being Sasquatch.
close to the Yukon River downstream from the Robert Campbell Bridge within the Whitehorse city limits.
Oh,
Did you do that for me, Jesse?
so we got a Sasquatch in the Whitehorse. No, it
That's
got
fine, I'm being
picked.
Sasquatch today.
Beautiful. That is wonderful. And second piece.
That was easy.
That was easy. Oh, what kind of dinosaur is that? Felix, show the people at home on the camera.
I have no idea.
So, unknown dinosaur.
Also,
So we got Sasquatch, dinosaur, and
is there 20 or 30 people here?
I'm bad at numbers, but I'm
Thanks to
thinking
people for
20.
coming in corporally.
Yeah, again, thank you everyone for coming in corporally. We are eternally grateful for your beautiful presence. You are the literally only reason we keep doing this.
Also, did you give everybody the pressure that about sharing that I like the awkward part or like?
Yes, here's the awkward part. Now that the live stream's going and the internet should be working, if you could hit share on your social media, that would be muchly
That's
appreciated.
the soft sell. You gotta get with the
Hard sell is we just won't be here next month if you don't. It's like because of lack of funds. We try to share it to as many people as we can so as many artists and art lovers can see your beautiful artwork. Open it up and read it. What piece do you want to read? So we got
The
wisdom.
of Big Bird.
Nice.
A big bird?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So we
Big
got
Bird, Big Bird.
Sasquatch, dinosaur, and Big Bird. What are you gonna
Sesame
choose?
Street was on the job training for everyone. Jim Henson and our talented producers really encourage all of us to involve and innovate as we went along. If we hadn't, we'd probably been off the air in the early 70s, and Big Bird would have remained a shabby, ugly, and not the beautiful puppet he has become.
Innovation.
Is everybody okay out there?
Beautiful.
Heavy breathing.
Heavy breathing. So innovation. That's beautiful. Nice passages you chose.
So,
today.
Mystery Dinosaur,
Mystery Dinosaur,
Big Bird,
Big Bird,
and
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
Awesome.
Lots of super delicious charcuterie.
Oh, lovely charcuterie board. Come have some snacks. We are going to make art for 2 hours, and then at 9 o'clock we're gonna have a live auction and start a brand new live feed. So thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Felix. Beautiful job. Yay. Are you gonna make art with us? You got your stuff in the back? Awesome.
I'm gonna draw a penguin in a shoe.
Fun.
No doing that because I'm drawing a penguin in a shoe.
Turtle? Owls?
Not right now.
Me.
I don't have any or want any. Thank you.
You will also make cute squeaky sounds when you see what Praxis brought.
Oh, you're the best. You make my life sweet.
You're making me happy.
I like it when people make my life easy.
What rumble is this?
A lot.
5 2 a lot. 5 2 6.
5, 2, 6.
I did put the wrong number down.
Yeah, caps.
We'll find it.
RD 400.
What?
Your bike?
Yeah, red.
The number on one pin.
Was it this one?
Turtle is small.
Yeah. But it's dangerously fast.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It doesn't look like much, but it's so fast. And it's actually, the thing, part of it is it's fast and it's kind of, you sit upright on it. So like, if you don't hold on tight, you'll fly off the back.
I think
That was my first motorcycle. I got it because it didn't seem intimidating. And then I realized how quick it was.
I think we did.
If I get a bike, will you teach me how to ride it?
I will teach you how to start it, and we'll go around the parking lot, and then I'll suggest a few motorcycle courses.
Hey guys, what number is this?
526.
Yeah, because there's a couple things. You won't really. There's like two really important things you'll learn at the motorcycle school that I could just tell you. That the advantage is after finishing the motorcycle school, every time you go into that turn, you'll know that you're going. Whereas you don't take the motorcycle school, every time you go into that turn, you'll wonder if you should have learned something in motorcycle school. But here's the two things. One, you can't really stop while you're turning, which is weird for a vehicle. Actually, I think I owned a motorcycle before I realized you can't really back up. You have to use your feet. And then the other thing is, right after it rains, for the first 15 minutes, you'll notice almost like a foamy, rainbowy soap. It looks like soap coming out of the road, and that's when it's most dangerous. After about 15 minutes, that washes off, and it's not nearly as bad. But it's the first 15 minutes of rain where you're in the most danger. Oh, there's also hail. When you see that foam soaking out of the road, that's when it's time to pull over. But in the course, they're going to teach you counter steering, which is super important. And most people that don't take the course never learn that. They just hit things.
Yeah.
Yeah, bud.
Can you send me the link?
Yeah. You want to join?
What?
You want to join?
Yeah, kind of.
It would be way better if you just brought a desk out and worked out here with us.
Well, that's not what I'm gonna do.
I don't really have enough Wi-Fi to send another link, my friend. Well, you could come and join me. Or Jesse too. It really doesn't make sense to stay up as late as you're gonna stay if you're not gonna join us.
Yeah.
What?
12.
Did you know the Rumble House is rated 5 stars?
Hundreds and hundreds of times, yes. I knew that.
I didn't.
Well, now you do. Did people at home, did you know that the Rumble House is rated 5 stars?
The people at home probably rated
You
us
probably
5
rated us 5 stars. Thank you.
Which probably like people have asked this before, but why did you choose Calgary?
Sorry?
Why did you choose Calgary to basically live?
My parents moved me here, and I hated it for the first 20 years I was here. And then Naheed Nenshi won as mayor, and I decided that I had misjudged this city. That it's a city of very thoughtful, intelligent people. And while Nenshi was running to be the mayor, I thought that he was going to lose. And I kind of, you know, if it wasn't for the fact that he was so thoughtful, he had 100 ideas before he started, you know. And I felt like if Calgary doesn't snap up this mayor, like, we're not worth saving. And then I remember I was so excited about the election the first time around. I was driving Oliver home. He's about Felix's age. And there was like an early vote. So like in the early vote, all the kind of older people came and voted for Rick McIver. And turns out Barb Higgins is quite lovely. But I just thought given the amount of preparedness that Nenshi had, there would have to be something really wrong for him to not win. So anyways, it looked like he wasn't going to win. And I was driving Oliver home and I was thinking, God, I'm not going to be able to face people in the grocery store. And when I got back to the house, he was in the lead and then he won. And then I thought, wow, you know, like I had this idea. I didn't think this was the place, but maybe I'll try it here. So I opened up the Rumble House that year.
And we painted the front doorstep purple.
Yeah, well, after we opened, his campaign manager for the second election, his campaign manager asked if she could have an announcement and a launch at the gallery. And I said, absolutely. In fact, we painted the gallery purple. But then he didn't show up. So I texted him and I said, we're voting for Rick McIver, which was a lie. I lied. And I didn't hear from him for a couple of years. And then we'd bump into each other at a lot of events. Like
Splash of Red.
we were giving away, announcing an award for a film festival, and Oliver went in my place because I was going to Splash of Red, and then she was at both events. So like we sort of stumbled across each other's paths twice in one day. Actually, Georgia was really sweet. Georgia, you remember? Were you at the Splash of Red, or did you see that at home? So I'll tell you what happened is there's a picture of Naheed Nenshi shaking my hand, and the caption underneath by Georgia said, Naheed Nenshi finally gets to be rich. But I'm a pretty big fan of his. I think he's pretty smart. And that's why I opened up this place here. But we also came pretty close to putting it on a cruise ship.
Still open to
I
it.
was planning on going on that.
We would take you with us, yeah. Get your laundry done, free food. They give us this pitch like, you know, you can drink, but you can't get drunk in case the crew always has to say relatively sober. And I was like, what? We get free food, free alcohol, but we can't get drunk. All our laundry is done for clean. I think they might even include maid service. Maybe you have to clean your own quarters if you work on the ship. But no taxes. I guess the problem though is coming back to the real world. Once you've been on the cruise ships for a while. But we would do what we do here in the day, teach classes to people. We'd have a captive audience, and then at the end of the day, we'd have the people we're teaching classes to have rumbles on board. And then we'd have a chance to meet people internationally. And we came up with the idea, and two cruise lines talked to us about it. They were interested. They weren't like, what's the word I'm looking for? We wanted like a one-eyed pirate ship, like one-legged captain and drinks too much.
Three-legged
icebergs.
cat.
Yeah, I wanted like wanted a wilder vessel than what we were approached with.
Charcuterie boards are dangerous for me.
What's that?
Charcuterie boards are dangerous for me.
I missed that. Oh, sure. Yeah, right.
They're dangerous for most people.
So many different combinations you can make.
Is that our board, or they bring a new board in every week?
I think they come pick it up and then they replenish it.
Have you ever seen them pick it up?
Yeah,
Okay. So why do you think they do? Why don't you just say they do?
because I don't like making definitive statements.
Oh.
Very dangerous.
Even when you know the answer?
Yeah.
Yep.
Even though that was a definitive statement.
Oh.
He doesn't like making definitive statements for me. Because I need them to live.
Yeah.
It was 4, right?
Oh, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. Okay, this is lovely. Can I-
And the internet's convinced them that it's possible.
Okay, I will.
No good. Posting inappropriate things on your
Always, Chelsea.
That's how you tell
pictures of like feet and stuff. Somebody would just stick a formal picture of my toes.
Chelsea members only.
What do you think? How do you think I'm gonna fund a house?
In this economy?
I ain't giving those away for nothing.
What the heck?
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Are you looking for something, Jesse?
No,
Were you looking for something, Jesse?
I'm like, I'm finishing this painting.
If you tell me what you're looking for, I might be able to get it to you.
I just don't want to dirty your water with as much paint that I had on, so I'm using the
You
paint.
know my water?
Yeah.
I
Yeah?
didn't even have. I asked Chelsea if she got it for me because she's that amazing.
It's a skill I have. I'm very good at fetching water.
You're so good.
Bring me little water, Chelsea.
I'm not even falling
Bring
in the
me
hill.
little water now.
Do you need water?
No, it's a Harry Belafonte song.
My name's in
Chelsea, Chelsea, I'm so hot and dry. Chelsea, Chelsea, can't you hear me dying? Oh, bring me little water, Chelsea. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Chelsea. Every little once in a while. She brought me.
This is gonna go on for a while, isn't it?
There's like 3 verses.
She brought me nearly every damn thing, but she never brought the jailhouse key. Oh, Chelsea, Chelsea, we have 7 viewers. Wonder how many we had before I started singing.
0.
10.
You know what? One
My
day
name's not
I might
actually
become a
in that
great
song, right?
singer, and in
I don't
my
think so.
awards night, I'm gonna thank everybody but you guys. I'd like to thank all the people that supported me, but not the people at the Rumble House. All they ever did was make me feel bad. I love you guys. I'm so sorry.
He's tired and
It's not. We went to bed at 10 o'clock last night, and if I get too much sleep, I'm weird.
he got sleep.
Weird in the morning.
Too much.
True.
Hey, how are you?
Hi. How are you?
Are you joining us? Yeah, but you're-
No, you know what?
Oh, I'll tell you why that started there, because it sounds weird, this change. We do a live feed and the gain is set up to a certain point, so it's just to keep the sound for the people at home.
We were just at contemporary.
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Diane
Is it
Arbus,
still-
did you see the?
No, not that one I saw. We were just there for
I'm done this drawing.
the indigenous.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We're doing a live feed, just letting you know.
Oh, right now? Can
Yeah.
you see me?
No,
Am I on?
no, we just like letting people know that they're on a live feed.
They can hear you. They can hear. Like,
But
couple
you
of-
can say stuff weird because then they
Okay.
won't know who said the stuff
Um,
weird.
it
Were
was-
you
it
at
was
school or on your own
like
thing? Or?
Sakomi,
And just
Sakomi, Earth beings, Earth beings.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I heard
Where
to
the
do
canvas
a mural in our school.
Nice.
Cool. Your canvases are all back here. I have them all stacked over
You're
here.
just fine to sit back.
Well, there's food. Make
Oh,
yourself
it's okay.
comfortable.
No, we're gonna have a beer.
Who you with?
My husband was antisocial. He's over there. Okay, anyway, also stuff in this. I love that you are crocheting. I have to undo a sleeve of the sweater. Right? It's just like 5 euros. Not a big deal, but still. Anyways, happy everything.
Happy everything.
Thanks
Nice
for
seeing
coming
you.
Nice seeing you.
The auction's at 9.
Auction's at 9?
Yeah, and you can watch it online.
I don't have any more wall space, Rich. You know.
Make some.
Make some.
Put more walls.
Build
Can I,
walls.
can I tell you what I actually do
Is
though?
bad for art.
All kidding aside, Giovanna, year round I buy Christmas gifts for my friends and family, and then you might score the perfect piece for your Auntie Penny for $30, and you're patient with it, and you have it all year, and then at Christmas you give it all away, and then you have fresh walls.
You're right. I have a problem also letting go of art. Anyways, it's a good problem to have, right?
Yes.
Good problem. See ya.
Can't you hear? Can't you hear me crying? I love Hey Bob Hunter so much. If you love him so much, maybe don't ruin his songs.
I think he would love you singing.
No, usually people start to act weird when we are in lack of sleep.
He's the opposite. Yeah.
So this is the real truth.
Yeah.
I walked into
Good
the
call.
office one day and I said to the counselor, "Hey, we're all working late. I'm going to get coffee. Want coffee?" She's like, "Oh, Rich, it's 5 o'clock. If I have coffee, I'll be up all night." I said, "Oh, that's weird. I use coffee to go to sleep." And she's like, "Of course you do, because the autistic kids."
Hey, not being mean to
Can
the
you-
autistic kids.
What?
He is an autistic kid.
Yeah. I'm not being mean. I'm self-aware.
It's so stimulants work opposite when your brain is functioning in a different way.
Yeah, I know.
Yep, I know.
So instead of coffee, I do iced coffee, but I have to wait for it to melt.
Okay. Time to
Right now
start.
it's ice.
Coffee is
I
solid.
start with a penguin.
Yeah, we got a freezer. Like it's such a big deal for us.
Welcome to the 21st century.
So we used to have a freezer the size of probably most people's toaster. And just put it well, it's really expensive being poor. So we bought a $300 mini freezer. It looks like a mini fridge, but it's top loading and it's a freezer. And we saved $50 a grocery load since we bought it.
Because you can actually buy things on sale.
Yeah, we're buying things like when it's convenient for the store rather than when it's convenient for us.
So it's on sale, do I need it? No.
What's that, sorry?
It's on sale, do I need it? No.
But then it can go in the freezer.
Well, we used to like race to eat food before it went bad and all kinds of stupid things, and it was not expensive to get a freezer, and
It just
you
tastes
saved
less
so
good.
It's character.
yeah. Or like
Just getting character.
ice was a luxury up until just now. So if somebody was sick, we'd get rid of the peas. Yeah. It wasn't time to freeze ice. We'd just go down to the store and buy it, which is stupid.
It was
And,
always like, yeah, wasteful because you'd just be grabbing things.
yeah. Or like, yeah, there'd be a rush to finish eating things and all kinds of problems.
I have all kinds of problems.
That's my son.
What was his name?
So do you, Dad.
F. Yeah.
PHF.
PHF.
Yeah, kind of like FFLOYD for Floyd, but
But
P.
Felix Teru, he ends up with a double X.
Yeah.
I only got one X.
Ha 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 ha, I'm better than you. I'm better than
You
you.
tell him.
You better be better than me.
What?
So you better be better than me.
I'm better.
I'm still whispering. Yeah.
Harry Belafonte stuck in my head now.
Can't you hear? Can't you hear? Why is it that I'm the only one that loves that song? Is it my singing, Jesse?
No, Yeah, that's.
I'm not. I know that Harry Belafonte knew
Oh.
Well,
It is his song.
it. Do you guys know that all my love for Belafonte, if you like Martin Luther King, every time Martin Luther King lost his footing, Harry Belafonte was standing behind him to lift him up. He wanted to be an actor. Have I told you all this stuff before? He wanted to be an actor. His roommate was a guy named Sidney Poitier. He also managed the building they lived in. So one day, he had a role in a play, and there's a toilet clogged in the building they lived in. So Sidney Poitier, who is his understudy, took the role. He went home and took care of the people who didn't have plumbing, and Sidney Poitier was discovered and put in his first film. And then Sidney Poitier kept scoring all these amazing roles, which he never begrudged his friend. But while he was trying to rebuild his acting career, he ended up sitting in as a waiter in this club. And the club found out he could sing a little bit because he sang in one of his plays. And so they asked if he wanted to sing in between sets. So here he was, a guy that never really sang. He grew up around singers in the West Indies. And this set that he was allowed to fill in was in this like very, very famous jazz club. And who was it? Max Roach. I can't remember exactly who the jazz musicians, but they were the 5 of the best jazz musicians in the world. Just finished their set, and Max Roach hadn't jumped off his drums yet when Harry Belafonte stepped up on the stage to sing a cappella. So Max Roach just decided to stay on, and out of like love and respect, all the other like world-class musicians that were in the club also stayed on and backed him up. So here's this kid that just had this random, almost like a busking opportunity, played with 4 of the best jazz musicians on the planet, and everybody just misunderstood how great he was because he was sort of launched into this band. I don't know. I guess it'd be like if you're like filling in space in between commercials and Nirvana backed you up at the time. So anyways, he became a singer by accident, but he ended up putting aside his acting career and his singing career to back up Martin Luther King. And almost any time Martin Luther King gave up, it was Harry Belafonte that picked him up and put him back on his feet. So he was just a super selfless guy. And I didn't realize he was behind the We Are the World recording that USA for Africa made. And while they were recording it, the musicians all started singing the Banana Song to him, which I think they thought was cute, but I think kind of like almost really beneath all the important things he'd done.
I'm picturing the Alabama being like. Oh, and
My school made this amazing medicine wheel today. And some elders came out and blessed it and had a drum circle. And yeah, it was a actually graduate last year collected all the rocks and came up with the idea. It just took a year to get all the ducks in a row. So she wasn't even here by the time we got it made. That's pretty
It's pretty nice that she started it.
amazing to see. Yeah.
Whenever I say that, nothing usually sounds like my dog getting it. So what, like if someone told me that
Which do you think creativity is a bigger factor, or being like technical, or it can be either way,
Sorry, for which part?
or just being an artist, I guess.
Do I think that creativity is more important than technical?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that technical comes from time. You can learn it. You can go pay and take lessons, but I think the time you put in is what really matters. And the more creative you are, the easier it is to put those hours in, right? Like, if you're struggling for content all the time, it's hard to do your 10,000 hours. Actually, it's funny because I really don't teach my students very much. I just kind of create a space where they're not afraid to grow. So I kind of treat teaching art a little bit like farming, like putting the fertilizer down and making space and keeping them protected from the weather, right? And so my kids advance so quickly at school. And sometimes I think my contemporaries get lost in like the rules. Sort of telling kids what to do.
Sure. Yes. What kind of color would it
For instance, I gave my art award to a student that flunked out of art at a different school. That required some explaining.
would be the best part of being a teacher?
Sorry?
What would be the best part of being a teacher?
I like to steal the kids' mistakes. So I made a painting last week with black and yellow duotone, which I never would have done except for one of the kids used black and yellow and got mad and gave up and left this like messy puddle of black and yellow. And I was cleaning up and I saw this messy puddle of black and yellow. I was going, oh, that's like gross beautiful. And the very next painting I made was black and yellow. So I gotta be careful when I say this because I don't want people to think I steal ideas, but I love being surrounded by naivety. I love being surrounded by people that haven't been bastardized by all the rules. Completely obliterated the color wheel by working with kids because they kept using CMYK. And so one year I gave them an assignment. I said, the color wheel is boring. What are you going to do? And they all made their own color wheels. One kid made a color wheel out of garbage. Another kid made a color wheel out of like leaves and foliage. And discovered that there are no primary colors. You can make red, yellow, and blue out of the secondary colors if you're using the right secondary and primary colors. There are no secondary colors. There's no such thing as primary anymore. So there's all kinds of things I learn and discover by working with kids because they're not
Beholden to dogma.
ruined by dogma yet. And I like explaining things to kids. I like that one kid in the class that doesn't get it. You have to explain it to him 100 times.
Different ways.
Yeah, and by the time you've explained it to that kid 100 different ways, you really understand it. So many things I've learned just by trying to explain them to people that didn't really I like the challenge of having a kid whose parents don't care about art. You walk into class and they look you right in the eye and go, "My dad says I can fail art if I want," and then you got to find a way to make art important to them. Then you get them so that they want to become artists, and the dad puts a hit on your life because you want them to be engineers.
There are currently 5 hits out on his life.
3 of them deserving, and 2 of them totally unjust.
So I guess learning and discovering is pretty much
I like
for both yourself and
the freedom of young people's minds. That's what I like.
Yeah.
They like that they're not locked into rules.
I do not care about
okay, what would be the worst part of being
Teachers. I don't like teachers. Jess is a teacher. I kind of put up with her.
Just barely.
It's so in my case, like I knew I had all kinds of learning disabilities as a kid. I didn't know I was autistic till when I was adult, and like that word kind of made me cry the first time I discovered it. You know, dyslexia didn't bother me, attention deficit didn't bother me. None of those words bothered me, but when I realized I was dyslexic, it kind of hurt my feelings. Autistic kind of hurt my feelings, but like, you know, like the lived experience. I try and be really respectful when I'm talking to people who live an experience that I don't, because I know what they're going through. But there's no sense amongst teachers that you would want to ask an autistic person what it's like to be autistic, right? So in my case, I can't read my emails. Like I don't know what they say. And like that's kind of like I can read Shakespeare. I can't read my emails. Now, over the years,
I never listened to voicemails.
right,
You need
over the years, I realized that
that
I can read my emails better on my Mac than I can on my PC, and I think it's the refresh rate. And then Jess triggered something for me this morning because she asked intuitively, I think, I asked her to read me my email, and she said, "Do you want me to take a screenshot of it?" And I was like, I wonder if I can read it better if I have a screenshot. So when I was at school, this email that I was struggling to comprehend, I took a screenshot of it, and when it wasn't live updating the way that your emails are constantly regenerating, right? But a screenshot's just
Also, a
Pixels.
screenshot, you know, it's just the thing that you need. I feel like that.
well, I kind of took your lead and I took a screenshot of it, and it's like, oh, this is way easier to read. So
Awesome.
yeah, that's like a brand new thing I learned about my brain today.
That's nice.
I guess because it's just like a flat image.
Yeah.
Vector.
The refresh rate of the
I don't
screen,
even like
like if you look at a computer screen and turn your eyes to the side, on a PC it's like a thunderstorm. On a Mac it's more like a set of ocean waves. I remember when I was a kid, I was the only one in the house who could hear we had a little green monitor for the computer, and the whistling really bothered me. And I told my dad the monitor's on. He's like, "Don't be ridiculous." And we go downstairs and the monitor was on. So nobody else in the house could hear the monitor. That was a different thing. That was just my hearing. But I think that I know my mind fires really quickly. And so if I've got a computer with a slow screen, you can see it. I don't really see it, but it interrupts my concentration.
Hello.
But you asked me what I like the least. I like having conversations with teachers about my learning disabilities very little, because they're super sensitive to the kids' needs, but they forget that a teacher might have, like if I was working in a school with blind kids, they would love having a blind teacher to come and interact with blind kids, right? If 30% of my school's on the spectrum in some way, you would think they would appreciate having somebody on the spectrum, right? But if you had a blind teacher on staff, you wouldn't insist that they play floor hockey with the rest of the staff at lunch, right? And so there's no room for my challenges.
I think that really speaks to people's, what's the word I'm looking for?
Comfort
Yeah,
zone?
like ignorance around anything that isn't a visible minority.
Yeah.
Or like,
Or visible
Some
disability.
technical talking.
Invisible
disability.
Yeah.
Put this in
but I don't think it's a disability,
For
it's just not
$15.
safe.
Can you take this?
Yeah.
Can you see
Oh.
what it is?
It's a panda behind a tree.
Yeah.
And there's a kite
Panda tree.
string.
There's a lamp.
And a lamp. And a moon. Or a sun.
Moon.
Moon. I knew it
Because
was
if
a
there's a
moon.
lamp, I guess it's night, maybe.
Right.
Unless
love
it's
that.
daytime.
I did lamps and moons too.
Do you?
Yeah. Look. Moon and lamps.
Are you good at sewing patches on jackets?
Not well. I do it.
Yeah,
Art.
okay.
Art. I do riches, and they're so beautiful. Might do some flowers.
She is Alox. She's just shy. She is good at it. She's just not good at tooting her own horn.
Oh.
If you need something sewn on, come talk to us in the summer.
It is the summer.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Officially today.
Nope.
Nope.
It is what?
The summer.
Actually, I had this thought a few weeks ago because I was it was in May still, and
I celebrated the solstice today. It's
no,
just-
it's still not. Summer.
it's still painful.
Um,
Life is still painful.
So it was about a month ago, and it's 26 degrees, and the people that get drunk near the edge of the river and get sunburned and go to work on Monday were having a summer day, and we went for a bike ride, and I was just blocking all the joy because summer doesn't exist for us till the last day of school. Like we get up in the dark, and we go home in the dark, and we do a
No,
bunch of
it's
paperwork.
been I don't know, a bit later.
You see people having fun, and you say, that's not summer. Summer starts when the kids go home.
Go bah.
Because everybody's watching UFC boxing.
But yeah, everybody else in the world is summer. For sure.
No, Northern Hemisphere.
Do you
Which is scary because it's showing
ever see the back to school commercials in the spring and kind of miss buying clothes and new parts, school supplies?
Me?
Anybody?
No, I still have kids, so I still get to buy them.
Do you ever wish you could go back to school though?
Oh, on a daily
No.
basis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
like it is the plan if I ever win the lottery, but I don't play the lottery. so it's
One of
like
the
school permanently is the plan.
I love
One of the ideas I had before I opened Gorilla House was I was working with, actually, she came in, Giovanna was one of the teachers I worked with. We were all IB teachers. And they were a pretty tight crew of like highly skilled teachers. And my idea was like somewhere like the Calgary Girls School rents a building from the Board of Education over the summer that they're not using, right? That building sits empty over the summer. So what I wanted to do was find a school that was available, a building that was available to rent for the summer and put on professional development days where you bring in your office for a day at whatever it costs. Your staff would sign up for like math, art, English, science, social studies. Whatever year you graduated, you would be your wardrobe for the day, and you get a locker and a lock, and your team would go for a team building day, learning like important, relevant things from science teachers and math teachers and social teachers and English teachers, stuff that would improve your work day. So if you're a bank, you get a different program than if you're a law firm or something. But just basically a PD day,
Yeah.
where people would go and reenact a day of junior high or high school, really. And I didn't ever move forward with that because I opened Gorilla. But we had some PD days around here that were kind of a little bit like that as well.
I should clarify, I have no desire to go back to high
I
school.
know what I was gonna say. Oh.
My university, yes.
You don't have dreams that you're like walking around your high school and you get to go back as a senior, but with the money you have.
Sometimes I have nightmares of not studying for tests in high school.
That lasts forever.
I don't have those. I don't think I've ever had those. So.
I had the nightmares about the tests up until I
Yeah, I
started
didn't have them
teaching.
in high school. Now I do have them.
I have waitressing nightmares.
You have waitressing now?
Yeah,
you miss
that's
a
my
shift?
ongoing stress stream. No, I walk out onto the patio at Friars in Glenmore Landing,
Yeah.
and I have 6 plates in my hands, and there's people everywhere, and I have no idea who this food belongs to. And it's total chaos, and nobody has set up a seating plan properly, and it's just everybody's yelling at you. That's my go-to stress room, still to this day.
Yeah, I had dreams for years that I missed a few shifts at the coffee shop. And then I showed up at the coffee shop for my shift and I was both fired and had to finish off the shift. So they're like, A, I had to work there, but B, it was kind of understood it was my last shift. And often like there'd be this kind of weird thing like, am I getting paid or not? Like
Yeah,
the humiliating, why am I putting the time into this shift if it's my last shift? And
there was a few times at Leighton Center, I had latent stress dreams where it would be the day of the opening and I'd walk in and there was no art on the walls. And all these people standing outside waiting to come in. And nobody could figure out why I was upset that there was no art on the walls.
well, I've never had that dream
It's
about
fun.
Rumble, but
It was
every
just like,
Rumble at
what's
about
wrong?
6:00, I think to myself, no one's coming.
Oh, there was people there. There was just no art to give the people. But it's more
Tell them it was abstract.
The waitressing drink. And I haven't been a server since I was very young.
Do you say you worked in Glenmore Landing?
The Friars. It was Friars. It's 1826 now or something.
Where did you live at that time?
In Brayside,
Where
you
in
can
Brayside?
still see, you know, Anderson and what is that, 24th?
Yeah.
And there's an apartment building there, and when
I know
you
it.
turn, there is in the top right-hand corner, there's a balcony that has a white. It's all white because of the plastic. You know the
What year did you live there?
2001. We put it up, and it's still the plastic is still there.
Hmm.
It's still up.
I used to work at the Olympic Flame. Was that still there when you lived there? Next to the guitar shop?
I don't know.
Was there a sports bar in the little thing across the street?
Yeah, I know the guy who owns it now.
Reno?
It's called Chuckles now.
Yeah, it used to be
Chuckles?
called the Olympic Flame.
Chicken, a guy named Chicken owns it, and his brother plays professional soccer. And I know people who own Jugs in Oak Ridge now. We all surf together, and then they all grew up in bought cars and ate.
It's not bad.
No,
I did one.
and my sister worked at Gators, which was in Woodbine. And my boyfriend, who became a husband, worked at Salt and Pepper, which was in what was it, south of Woodbine. Maybe it was just a next door to Woodbine.
Did you get a Woodlands and play pool?
Yep.
Grew up there. I grew up in Dandy Meadows. But,
Did you go to Gators?
where was Gators?
Gators was right by the Safeway.
Was it a bar? I never went to a bar in those areas.
It was like a neighborhood pub, right?
I've never been to a neighborhood pub. Like once with
Yeah.
Teresa when she lived at.
Dan,
You say Dan?
They live right
Oh,
behind.
yeah.
and then this.
What used to be the North Store. It's probably
I
Max when
feel
you were there.
it.
Yeah.
And there's a bar there. I forget what it's called.
Trying to come show the people at home.
That's the neighborhood pub, and I went in there once with.
That is so cute. I love that it's the first day of summer and you drew a Christmas
Yeah, they're
time
not the most
penguin.
pleasant places in the world.
Well,
It's Yule in the
That's
southern.
trouble
You know, it's
because
Yule in the southern hemisphere.
First of all, everybody drinks and drives from those places. Even though it's a couple blocks, they seem to not
Yule is
have a
the
sense
opposite.
of,
So it's
right
Litha
wrong
is the
when it comes to
pagan
drinking and driving.
festival today, the first day of
What I
summer,
don't understand
and Yule is the
like,
first day of the Christmas season. Are you looking
if
for
the
your
city
other croc?
wanted to cut down on drinking and driving,
You know where your other croc is?
they could just put a few
Us,
cops
the
in
penguin
any one of
sitting
those
in it.
parking lots. And
You're also the
I don't need
also
to.
the people.
No, I want to. I can
Okay.
do it.
I don't think they
I'll
really
do
want
a
to
little
catch people.
lopsided, but I can do it.
I don't think so
They want
either,
to
especially not the people that are neighborhood pubs.
Yeah.
That's there.
Also, if I fix the sets, just gonna keep the skyline right here.
I'll give you.
This guy's right here.
It's usually a pretty interesting mix of
Okay,
the
I have
people
it.
that live in the neighborhood though. So you get
Dad,
one environment where
Jesse?
you get professionals intermingling with
Jesse?
blue collar workers intermingling.
Okay,
with,
let's.
you know, kind of a one-stop shop.
I guess you probably sort of lived the life of cheaters, right?
Yeah, totally.
No.
One year for Christmas, the bartender, or for Halloween, the bartender and I dressed up like our two regulars. They thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like it's the exact.
Okay.
People at home
all the time.
Is
When I worked at Cafe Vino,
You should have
that's
shown
where
this
I got
guy.
a lot of my no. there wasn't
This
any. I worked at Jumbo.
is
That's where I got a lot of my philosophies for the Rumble.
Uba had many chickens. Many. Okay.
You
You're
can
doing great.
sing. You can sing anytime you want.
This is
I can't. You can.
this is
Sylvie,
this is
Sylvie, I'm so hot and dry.
this is my Aunt Uba's chicken.
Your
It's the chicken.
Uber?
It's the chicken. No,
Aunt
it's just
Uber?
the chicken. It's
Did
called
you see what he
the
did?
chicken.
He did a penguin in a
Oh, the penguin in a crock.
in a crock.
If I fit, say sits. That's what it's called. If I fit, say sits.
Penguin in a crock.
If I fit, say sits.
When you go wash your hands, so you don't get purple more all over your face.
Very good.
I'm gonna take
Oh,
a
you can
pic.
get purple on your face because you're coming home with dad's house tonight.
Yeah, you can do anything. Okay. Where did I put my paintbrush?
Dad
In
has a
your
pro
water.
purple house. Pro purple. Is it? Oh, I'll give you $1,000 for your scratch my back, right?
Chelsea already bid on Felix's painting.
Good.
She didn't even get it up, Chelsea, yet, and you got it. Kelly. Sorry,
I was like, I don't remember.
I'm stroking
that.
out. I apologize. I don't remember. Okay.
Oh, it's one of those nights where my coffee's making me super sleepy. That's not good.
Okay.
Really? What?
Not usually.
Right.
Like once a month.
That's
No.
Oh man, do I ever love this?
Now for entertainment, Felix.
I appreciate
Show us your contact.
Okay.
You gotta look at the camera though, so you can see if you're on screen.
I'll
Hi.
get off the screen here.
There's two pieces to entertainment, Felix. Number one is my kata. And Shodan. I feel like I'm just gonna end up punching a wall.
Don't punch the camera.
Jai!
I think you moved too fast to the screen.
Okay,
Well done.
now for the funny piece that I don't know that well, but it's still funny.
Wait, you think funny starts now?
Funny starts.
I got news for you. I got news for you, buddy. You've been funny for minutes.
My Aunt Uber has many chickens. Many chickens my Aunt Uber had. Uber had. They don't eat, no. They don't sleep, no. They just sit there and cluck all day. All day. Right wing. You need to say that or else.
Right way.
Thank you.
Call him.
My Aunt Uba had many chickens. Many chickens my Aunt Uba had. Uba had. They don't eat, no. They don't sleep, no. They just sit there and cluck all day. All day. Right wing,
Right wing.
left wing.
Left wing.
My Aunt Uba had many chickens. Many chickens my Aunt Uba had. Uba had. They don't eat, no. They don't sleep, no. They just sit there and cluck all day. All day. Right wing,
Right wing.
left wing,
Left wing.
right leg.
Right leg.
My Aunt many chickens my Aunt Uba had. Uba had. They don't eat, no, 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 no. They don't sleep, no, no, no. They just sit there and cluck all day, all day. Right wing,
Right wing,
left wing,
left wing,
right leg,
right leg,
left leg.
left leg.
My Aunt Uba had many chickens. Many chickens my Aunt Uba had. Uba had. They don't eat, no, 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 no. They don't sleep, no, 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 no. They just sit there and cluck all day, all day. Right wing,
Right wing,
left wing,
left wing,
right leg,
right leg,
left leg.
left leg.
Bums out.
Thumbs up.
My Aunt Uba
Did you learn this in camp?
many chickens, yes. Many chickens my Aunt Uba had. Uba had. They don't eat, no, 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 no. They don't sleep, no, no. They don't sleep. They just sit there and cluck all day, all day. Right wing,
Right wing,
left wing,
left wing,
right leg,
right leg,
left leg.
left leg.
Bums out,
Thumbs out.
tongue out.
Tongue out. You're not right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Thumbs out. Hang out. You're right. That was very silly.
All my other kids are introverts.
That's
So it's
some
both
effort.
wonderful and exciting and a little scary for me.
How come everyone knows this song?
We
You
no,
just
we
taught
were
it
just
to us.
listening to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought it can.
Again, it's not hard to pick up. You can do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Really repeated. Dad.
What? No.
What's your opening bid, my dear boy,
Uh,
for your canvas?
5.
5? You can take your shoe back if you want, or do you want to leave them
No.
like that for the?
No,
Oh,
it
you're-
has to stay there.
Has to stay like that.
If I fix, I sit sky. Has to stay like that.
By 9 posts?
I
This
did.
guy's
Oh,
not
I
on
approved
set. This
7.
is not on set.
Oh,
This is not on set.
it does that.
No, and also there could be new ones coming. I'm gonna cook on it. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna come back in.
Internet is full of lies. Full of lies.
Gotta fact check.
I may or may not have posted all of them. Picked some random ones from last week.
That was really exciting. I'm tired from Felix's hard work.
Oh,
I thought it was
310
gonna,
days.
like,
Did you
just
put that turtle up?
Oh, what?
Did you put the turtle up?
I'm waiting. My thing's also really. I'm trying.
Oh, weird.
I think so.
It is free.
I think I got it.
Okay, as long as he's up there.
Hot.
That song's not stuck in my head. Thanks, Felix.
I know that's the point.
Super
That's
happy
a
to be
point.
Thinking about your Aunt
It's your turn to
Uba.
sing it.
Oh, I will be all the way home.
Oh my gosh.
Other song.
A sunflower turtle?
I didn't give him a name. I just said he's very curious because his head's got a little bit tilted to the side, so we got him.
He's
Really sure
inquisitive.
What you're saying? Little Freddie's pretty good. Shedding.
He's a fluffy little guy.
Fluffy little guy.
Curious as blossom. He is. I'm just going to sit on the floor.
This head was straight when I gave them to you.
No, it's
Chelsea.
He asked me a question and went like that on his own. He's like, what? Why are you giving me away? We're not giving you away. We're selling you.
You are worth. You are worthy.
Hi.
Oh,
Valuable coins.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
Oh, actually, I forgot the flower on the side. I got Ella in it.
Oh,
I
it's
forgot it.
so
I'll be right back
nice.
with it.
I love it. There's so many nice things. I'm really overwhelmed.
I'm just gonna give Chelsea a ball of this yarn.
I just squeezed.
I'm just getting away the fluffy. Does it?
Absolutely. Give someone else one to pick up. Taking away the fun.
What's happening?
I'm a picker.
I just got a message.
One of my favorite wedding photos from my wedding is I'm actually picking clothes off of my husband's coat. I'm like, oh, geez, you need a roller brush. Grooming in the middle of the wedding. It's a good picture, though. Yeah.
My favorite wedding photo from my wedding was, and it's pretty authentic. We did it up on the roof, and I just happened to be going up the ladder behind Jessica to help her with her dress, and I just like there's just ridiculously goofy look on my face as I was climbing up the ladder, and I could
So cute.
see in her skirt. I couldn't see through her skirt. It was just that I was like trapped right behind her butt, and I was like, ah. And then I saw the photo where I'm like, it's kind of nice to know that I still get goofy over
But
Right?
Jesse's butt. And then I have this phenomenon where like I have so much guilt over it. Like once or twice a year, I'll be in a shopping mall and I'll have guilt over looking at a beautiful woman. Then I'll realize, oh, that's Jess. So invariably, the 5 times I've checked out another woman since I've been married, it's been my wife coming from the other side of the mall.
that is cute.
Here's a strange thing. So my mural has this tree growing in front of it. And every day I've gone to check and see if my mural's okay, to see if anybody's damaged it. And it so happened that somebody went up to the tree, tore the tree off,
Oh,
so
What's
you
your
can see
opening
my
date?
mural better. So I was both flattered and kind of sad for the tree. Because I also really went out of my way to paint around that tree when I was making the mural.
And it was the shy troll too. So there's 3 trolls, the one on the other side, and then the one right in the middle, and then the last one. And the last one, he's the one his eyes are closed and he's kind of shy. And so it was kind of cute that the tree was growing over it, but then it was like opposite of vandalism, kind of vandalism. They got rid of the tree so you could see the troll, and then the troll's like, it was okay. That was my shade.
And it wasn't like pruned or anything, it's like broken off. Somebody like spent time breaking the tree in half to get a real look at the troll.
Happy little flower on the side.
the flower on the side's really good.
I really love this. Oh.
Yeah, it's good.
Felix, look at this guy.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Boris.
The intrusive thoughts.
Kind of cute.
Do you love things so much?
No.
You just want to fight
Nope.
something.
He's like a smelly robot.
I was teaching the kids to dance in phys ed, which is such a weird thing to hear myself say out loud. And I really just started with movement. So We started out just by doing ridiculous walks across the gym, trying to get the kids to loosen up a bit. And it's funny because I can dance like twice a year. Something happens and my body just kicks in and I can move fluidly. But only when I feel like it. Somebody tried to make me dance, like my body just locks up and I can't do anything. So anyways, I was battling with the kids really because they were highly reluctant to take the risks, which is maddening when you have a kid that acts silly all day. And then you ask them to act silly and all they can do is act cool.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
But after like a couple of classes of battling with them to try and get them to try doing a silly walk, what I hadn't anticipated is they all knew the Macarena. And so a guest teacher came in, she was a dancer, and I said, oh, would you like to dance with us? And so they did the Macarena, and the kids all totally bought in, and I realized, well, that's really the dance unit. If they can do the Macarena,
That's so
they've sort of reached the benchmarks I was hoping for. But it was weird to me that they had such a hard time authentically trying out something unique versus like learning the Macarena wasn't that hard for them. So next
Well, and
year,
I'm surprised that's their dance reference choice that they all know.
Cochrane.
No, but I thought it would be like one of the new TikTok dances.
Cochrane.
Cochrane. And then, so the other thing was that song that Felix just did reminded me a lot of Slide to the Left,
Yeah.
which I hear all the time. I heard it for years before I actually saw it because I sort of hear it coming out of the gym. Going, what's going on in there? Doesn't sound right.
I love your Sasquatch.
This one or the other one?
Both of them.
Both of them?
I love that guy though, I think maybe
You
more.
like this guy better?
Yeah.
You can bid on it.
I will.
Oh, you're not the only one. Should I do for where he's sitting? On a rock?
Moss.
Moss. Great idea.
Mushrooms.
Mossy. Wow. I just squirted paint on the canvas and I kind of like how it looks. I wonder if that tapping sounds great on the live feed.
Let's ask the people at home.
Like Jesse's tapping. Oh, that's your feet. It could. I'm not saying stop.
Now that I'm conscious of it, it was just a ticky
Well,
thing.
some certain sounds come off like explosions. And so I wasn't really meaning to stop you from tapping. I was just
I
looking
know.
for some
You know,
feedback.
sometimes you don't know you're doing stuff until the
Who
consciousness
are you
comes.
talking to?
It's true that presentation that I did a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I am used to presenting on Teams or Zooms,
Yeah.
and I always have. I'm a grown up, I know, but I have fiddle toys. Like
Yeah.
I have things that I play with
Yeah.
constantly
Yeah.
in my meetings, but I keep my hands down on my lap so nobody on Teams knows.
Totally, yeah.
It's
Wonder what they
usually,
think you're doing.
well, fiddling. But it's usually a tape measure, like a soft cloth one
Oh,
that I
yeah.
flip back and forth. and
Oh,
turn
yeah.
it into it has no numbers left on it anymore, but it's a good one. But at this presentation, I had a pen in my hand.
Yeah.
And I wasn't taking notes, and I was like fiddling with it.
Yeah.
And after we were done, I said to the lady I was working for, like, any notes? She was like, I did almost take the pen away. I was like, oh, you should have. She's like, no, you were clearly, it was a tool. But she said at a few points you did use it to like point at people when you were talking. And
Yeah.
she's like, don't do that. Don't point at people with pen. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even know I did that. She's like, yeah, I almost took it away. I'm like, you could have just taken the pen out of my hand. Like,
You're like, anytime, just take the pen away.
I don't even recognize that I'm doing it.
That's
right?
super
Like,
funny. Yeah.
so
That's
it was
fair.
funny. And I did say to her, now I know that, and I have rings that I can, they don't make a noise, they
Totally,
just
yeah.
spin on
Yeah.
my thumb, so I'll just make sure to wear those next time, because I'll leave the pen alone.
That's super funny. You know what's fun to see? People walking across the street with big canvases. They're like,
They heading down.
I'm on the move. Oh, if they turn left, that's even funnier.
Oh my goodness. Are they posted?
I just took pictures of them, but I haven't posted them yet.
It's a little shrimp.
Little shrimp. Oh! little shrimp. Hey, how are you?
So good.
Nice to see you.
How are you?
Good.
I have a couple pieces I would like to drop off.
Cool. Totally. Would you are you hanging around or would you like to
I'll
drop
be
off?
hanging for a
So,
bit, yeah.
Not for too long or anything. So.
cool. So what I was gonna say, what's your opening bids? What would you like to?
Yeah, can I, so, starting at 50, starting at 100 for this one.
And would you like to leave your e-transfer? Because that would be easy if you want to leave your
absolutely.
email. Oh no, I'll give. I'm gonna get a notepad.
And I forgot to bring like stickers and business cards, so but I'll be back next week.
Cool, no worries. I'll grab a pad and just get your e-transfer.
Busy. Yeah.
That's the best
You're
part.
very space. That's like
Yeah,
being
it's
at
just-
the orchestra.
Yeah,
Taking
keep
up the
starting everything.
Yeah, but let's
Layers.
I'm proud of nuke the whales. I mean, you gotta nuke something.
So I just put my name.
Name and your, yeah, I know your name, but yeah, name and email.
It is a Simpsons reference.
Well, as long as everyone knows. I
What's that?
got called out. Someone's like, take that back. They're sonically doing engineering to this ocean. I'm like, yeah, they are. But like, this is a Simpsons reference. Don't get angry at me.
Don't get angry.
These are on T-shirts. Like, come on.
Not that I don't posters in what's his face's room.
People love this stuff.
Come on.
Okay, you're good?
20.
20?
I mean, do we want 60? But like, let's do 20.
Start with 20?
Very good.
I know lower does better sometimes.
If you have a rich uncle that you can share the live feed link to,
Do you think
That'd be awesome.
Wow, nice pieces. Holy.
And then they're inside the only one of these are gonads. When we were doing scuba diving, I ate some. I also ate a scallop. One in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Honey.
Sea urchin gonads are like ocean butter.
Hi.
Very
There's a lot happening over there. Okay. Oh, 8:25. Perfect. Cool. People watching at home. Some awesome pieces getting dropped off. So good. It's a gun.
That looks like
Don't take this the wrong way, but his nose and your nose have lots of similarity.
I don't take that the wrong way. It
You
totally does.
guys could be related via the nose.
If my brother had a pompadour, maybe that could be my brother.
Does your brother look like a boy version of you?
no.
No.
You guys can-
But it's got
Yeah.
like that perfect little turnout.
The little
thing that
the little
that
bump at the end. Thanks.
people pay a lot of money to get. Well done.
That is a good pompadour too.
There you work.
Yeah.
Go stickers.
Yeah.
How's it looking?
Sticker meal. Cheap.
Can you send me a link?
Yeah. They have great deals. $15 for 50.
He wants to know.
Nice. How do you get them?
Some email. I mean, I just upload images
No, but how do they arrive?
just in the package. Like
In the mail?
Yeah. Just arrive in your mailbox.
I was kind of thinking this summer I would spend some time dressing up as a youth again to do some marketing.
I mean, you don't have to be the one in the suit.
I like being in the suit.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Right. I used to just go wandering around in my gorilla suit at Grill House all the time, hand out cards and things, and it's pretty nice actually. The thing that I found really frustrating though is you're walking down the street and most people are like, "Oh yeah, gorilla." I'm not gonna make a big deal, but sometimes if people walk by, they like pretend they don't see you. It's like, look, you don't have to be.
Don't
my
encourage
friend.
this madness.
You don't have to think I'm funny.
They don't pretend to see a lot of things most
But
of the day.
please
Yeah,
pretend,
yeah.
Don't pretend I'm not wearing a gorilla suit because that's baloney. And the other thing is I used to print out cards that said, "Yes, it's hot in the suit." because like 100 times a day, somebody walk up like, oh, I bet you it's hot in there, like 40 degrees outside my gorilla. So everything is like inside.
Cosplayers just add fans these days.
Oh,
Yeah.
fans.
man. Or just hold the Jess. You're a big
I'll
fan.
just,
hold the
I'm your biggest fan.
Sometimes I would just go down the street with her over my shoulder, put her in a bikini, and go down the street dressed as a gorilla.
Why don't you wear the? Were you wearing the bikini as the gorilla?
Oh,
I
that'd
need a
also
really
be
big
good.
bikini to get around.
Yeah,
my
just get an
gorilla
extra
suit.
large.
It'll be
No,
fine.
Make one, Jess. Your fabric. Your fabric.
I can make a
Just,
bikini.
just make an extra strap on the bikini.
Even shorts for the gorilla is kind of hard to.
Why?
Dude, just get some
It's
big.
like a
just go in like beach shorts. Do it
No,
like
but-
Sasquatch.
Trick, you're underestimating how huge I am in my gorilla suit.
No,
Huge.
Rich. Just get bigger shorts. Just like clowns have bigger shoes.
I actually would love some clown shoes for my gorilla suit. It's probably the one big thing
You need
because
Converse though. Converse, some large ass Converse.
I've got gorilla feet, but they're so like uncomfortable to walk around on that I often think I should get some big, Converse or
Just you gotta cut the bottom of the feet out and then wear your shoes and then attach the feet to the shoes.
That's clever.
I kind of like the feet for indoors.
That's kind of how cosplayers do it.
Sometimes it just sneaks up on you.
I don't know how they do it. I'm just saying that's maybe how they do it.
Maybe.
I tried having Haley go out in like a onesie with the unicorn shoes, and we just cut them all out. And it was like, it was solid, but it was raining, and that whole onesie got wasted. Just don't do it in the rain.
Don't do it in the rain.
Don't
Words
pull
to
that
live
gorilla-
by.
That gorilla suit would be a nightmare in the rain.
Exactly.
I probably wouldn't make it home.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it? You're a liar. I don't know what to do with it. It just keeps growing. And I have
As hair
to get
does.
it cut.
It was Friday. It was Friday, and I was like, I don't like that it's touching my neck. And he was like, do you want to go home? I'll shave it. I'm like, yes.
I don't know what to do. Maybe a bob.
That seems,
Shave head.
no, I don't have the face for sure.
When was the last time you shaved your head?
Pretty recently.
Me?
No.
Never should.
Well, how do you know you don't have a face
Never?
for a shaved head?
Yeah. I've done it like 6 times. I did
I've
it.
cut it pretty short.
Saturday.
Shaved is different. Shaved is different than short.
I also don't think I have the shape of head that everyone does.
Never
And
know.
I have like moles.
If you're ever wanting to try it, then it's better if you just go for a shorter pixie cut that's sort of trimmed down. Then you can see, do I look good with that short hair?
I've done that. No.
I just came in and shaved the whole thing.
I like that idea too.
I'm a grown up.
Okay, Anne.
It's not an option.
I'm a grown up. I shaved it a couple summers ago.
I'm pretty sure I would seriously lose my job if I showed up with a shaved head.
I don't think that's true.
I
No.
do.
If they did.
Sinead O'Connor got away with
She'll win the next lawsuit.
Yeah, like
I think it's pretty badass.
Yeah, I don't think I'm cool enough to pull it off. Like I'm not that badass.
Oh, that attitude.
Not with that
I'm
attitude.
just not. I don't have the confidence to take
I
steps.
know it's unfair.
That's fair.
Even if it's a Disney tattoo,
You can't have any that can show or pure sense.
Yeah,
build a very.
it is super badass.
And you can't have
When
more
I
than,
did a couple summers ago, but it wasn't shaved right down to it. He did like, did you do number 2 or something? It was like,
What?
it wasn't right down to the wick. It was like,
I haven't used it too. I used it
See,
that
there you go. You just have to take
So
out
you're
some
not
of
really
the
shaving.
nose.
Yeah.
Spoil
it was 2.
spoil the illusion.
See, I do know it.
It makes me uncomfortable, so that
I think it's great.
And you
Like,
feel
I
like
that's just as fun,
Yeah,
and I think
yeah.
it's fabulous. And I
Yeah.
just-
If you'd like, I'll shave your head for you.
I think she's saying no.
I'm
No,
saying
no.
change your mind. Maybe the option. What do you want to do here? We're asking you.
I don't know. It gets to this length and I always go, I don't know, and then I
Yeah.
am thinking a French bob.
Nice.
Which would
Nice.
be fun. Or just leave it shaggy and clean it up a bit. I don't know. But then it's long enough I can put it in a pony and I'll end up doing that.
Yeah,
It's
because I like it. I like all the layers and stuff. I like it's like pretty cool right now.
But it's
Like you said, it gets, yeah, see, it gets to that point where you're just like,
and I try and do something with it and it looks the same, and then I get bored.
I understand that.
Bright purple.
No, I've done that. I'm over bright purple. I've done all the colors. I'm not.
All the colors?
All the
Yellow?
colors?
At once?
Wait, but yeah, if you've done all the colors, that would be cool.
All the colors at once.
Again, I don't think you people have an idea of what my job is.
Probably
Probably
you can do
discouraged that way.
underneath. You don't do.
Isn't your job art related?
Yeah, but people no,
Yeah,
not at
that's
all.
what it's
What's your
called.
job?
Raising money for United
Not
Way.
for profits. Yeah.
Hey, it's not art related at all. It's dealing with conservative old men who have millions of dollars.
That sounds like the worst job.
Where?
That sounds like the worst.
Go stay on board
with the other shape. But it's not a fight I want because I don't want right hair. It's not a fight I want.
But I don't know where there's a cube.
Multicolored hair.
That's a good hair.
You got a cube?
It's fun.
It's so much fun.
Fabulous on.
Actually, Oliver,
vacation, I
turn
know
that
it.
computer on.
On me?
Oh, turn it off.
I don't have enough hair.
There's people on TikTok that dyed their armpit hair.
I was gonna dye my beard.
Why? Your
Should,
armpit hair.
but then I
Because
have
they
to
shaved
shave
their
it
heads and they
sometimes.
were like, so they bleached and dyed their armpit.
Can you put this up?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Can I? Oh,
Physically, you get
Yeah.
shaving
yeah. I want to take a picture.
I just needed it on my way. I don't care if it's that.
Like walking and then just.
You're walking around like this.
Yeah.
I can't feel my arms.
You dyed your hair?
I have, yeah. But you have to bleach it first. Yes, it does. You put dye your hair wrong. Maybe I electroplated my hair.
You did something wrong.
Poured metal in my head.
You're the one considering telling me I should
Well,
dye
if you
my hair.
bleach it, and bleach it isn't good for your skin, believe it or not.
That's not a look that I like for me personally. But thank you for the recommendation. You guys are super helpful.
Don't ask us for hair ideas.
Right? I take it back.
Yeah.
I love my hair. It's great.
You know, that makes me happy.
It matches my green eyes.
Problem solving.
Awesome.
That makes me happy too.
That's what you need to process.
Even if you're being sarcastic. I'm sorry.
Not that. Fine, I'm happy.
Good.
That makes me really happy.
What's your opening bid for your first Sasquatch?
$5. If I can't get $5 for that, I'm quitting.
My sister is teasing me that I'm just bored because I made myself a deal. I was struggling to find my next challenge because the potty seems going really well. So I said, maybe my next challenge is I don't actually buy any new clothes until I buy a house. And I think I'm bored now. That's why I want to change my hair.
Well, go to Valley Village.
No, the point is I have
That's where you
way
don't get new
too much
clothes.
clothes. I know I do, but I have way
Okay.
too much. But I don't need anymore. And it is kind of my go-to dopamine chasing hobby.
Climb a mountain.
Climb every mountain.
Oh, I'm very aware of all the other hobbies.
Climb every mountain.
Don't enjoy them as much.
Girls, have you done climbing a mountain? Have you skydiving?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Skydiving.
Wingsuited. You did-
No. I have not. And I
You
don't
should do that. You
Streaking.
should
I have
learn
not
how to
tried that.
sail.
On my own, not even tandem.
Oh, cool.
By myself. Climbed out of the plane and
Yeah.
let go. Could I just take a
Cool. I
picture
want
of
to
the
do that. You can learn how to sail. I forgot to take a picture.
jump
I was-
on
yeah, I
the
was
ice
gonna
cream
ask
right
you.
after I died there.
Learn how to sail.
Oh.
You could learn how to sail. Boats are very expensive.
Yeah.
You could live on a
And then
boat.
you end up in the water and you die and people have to come rescue you.
You could live on it.
We're not going to talk about those guys in the
And
sub,
a
okay?
hobby.
I don't like water, remember?
Did they find those guys in the sub?
No.
No, they heard
It's
knocking,
another
but that's
world
as far as they
of
got.
soul.
They what?
They heard knocking,
Helicopter
so they think they might
They're all
have a rough idea, but
We don't
not
sleep.
specific.
I know, right?
We have rings.
Is it Morse code?
An airplane.
They didn't say it was Morse code, but they said it was like very timed, like every half hour, so they were suspicious that it was people doing it, not just random noises. And other people from similar clubs said that's
It's the scavengers knocking their heads against the ship. Yeah. That'd be, you know, would be suck. Like there's that scene in Schindler's List where he's like, this pin could have been 2 lives. And I would imagine if you're a billionaire, you took a ship down into the sea and started to sink. You'd be like, I could have saved so many people with the money I spent on this.
I don't think that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, it was only this evening
We can hope.
Searching the area, and they were hearing knocking every time.
Hi.
That
I am
they're
coming.
so light,
Yeah.
and they were looking for that. Oh, it's a clock!
Is that moss?
Yeah.
That was so cute. Moss.
And there's a cord behind it, so be careful.
It does still work. I made sure it went all the way around.
No,
Our artists watch paint dry, and I had to watch clock.
they don't know exactly where it is, but they might have more of an idea.
Oh, no, not the hours.
Oh, okay.
I made sure that one could go, yeah, see, it did that, but I made sure the minute hand could at least go around, because if the hand gets stuck.
I
then
could
nothing
handle a
goes.
minute.
Yeah.
It doesn't work, it's still pretty.
Yes, it works, just not for
Set
me.
it for your favorite time.
I'll take a picture of that one too.
Do it.
Happy guy.
Okay.
What do you think he was gonna do? That you were gonna lean in.
I like your jacket.
Oh, thank you. My character, Gordon Hardwood. He, also sort of loved.
Yeah, I don't know how to juggle. You want to juggle?
More than two?
Because why not? Yeah, I can go with 3.
Do it.
You can do it for real? Oh, no, those are very weighted. They will be very hard to juggle with.
The belt. You need something with some weight.
Right here.
I didn't leave my cat's toys, does not work for you. They're too light. They had more than,
I'll bring tennis balls next week.
little octopuses.
They are little
They're so
octopuses.
cute.
No, but like it's frisbee shaped.
It is frisbee shaped.
It
Don't
is.
throw it.
I don't think it'd be a good frisbee. It feels like a frisbee.
Oh, it would be a
Would make a
good
great
frisbee like one time.
Yeah.
It would make it
Like-
great frisbee.
Oh, it will be a
Do
good
you think you would
frisbee.
enjoy one of those raised rooms where you get to go in and break stuff?
Everything I do is a rage room.
Scuba diving.
And
Actually,
Jessica
you
saying,
should-
"This is where we can't have nice things."
Just kidding. I'll give this.
Once when I was 20, I threw my TV across the room.
Yeah.
And then it smashed against the
No,
wall.
I
It
just-
didn't blow up or anything, but I remember thinking, oh, now I don't have a TV.
Friends.
What was the other thing?
Was it one of those big TVs?
Just like this big.
The ones that are like
The box.
that
This
long?
big.
Was it a box
They're
TV
like-
or
yeah.
flat?
There's a box. Yeah. Long
those are
one.
like those.
satisfying.
They're like squares.
I'm surprised at how
What
light
was the other
bigger
themes
box
tonight?
TVs are.
Sasquatch, dinosaur, Big Bird.
Oh, that's so funny. I hadn't actually came up. I must have remembered it was
Because I have fly a plane.
Rich, I have some information for you.
What is it?
That's expensive. When, do you remember when Matthias was here? You always wondered what the sound of the glass shattering was?
Yeah.
I actually broke my vase. Beautiful sound. Tragic accident.
A beautiful sound.
It bounced,
Rich white
and then it was like whoosh. And I
Oh.
was like, okay.
Okay, I can tell what it sounds like.
I was like, it sounded pretty, but it was sad.
Oh.
It's boring too.
Nothing gives you the dopamine hit. You need it's chasing the dopamine.
What about chasing dopamine?
Shopping.
You just have to
No,
find something,
tattoos.
Chelsea. I know I shouldn't give you
No,
advice,
expensive.
but generally speaking,
So
you
is shopping.
just need to find
Bubble
another
wrap.
dopamine.
I know.
But I don't think saving for a house is going to give you that dopamine.
No, I know.
For me, lately, it's been Polaroids. I've been shooting a lot of photos. I get dopamine for drawing, so I don't have this challenge. Why don't you come to figure drawing with us tomorrow?
Thursdays I'm a zombie.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't get home till midnight,
wear a
which
good
means I
shirt
don't
to
get to
figure
sleep
out
till
how to
one.
But TV's not going to give you your dopamine. What
No,
is
I
it?
know it won't. And it's summertime, so I'm. out
Oh,
of my
purge your house. Are
Right.
you purging? That'll give you
That's what I
dopamine.
need to do.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do. I really do. And
I've been
I'm
purging as
hoping
well.
it will give me.
Did you
the
see my
motivation
bookshelf?
to buy a house.
Did you see my bookshelf? I made a bookshelf on the weekend,
Yeah.
and like we stored half of our home on it. It's like really cleared out our space.
See, I have like lots of stuff,
But no space.
and I think I just need to be okay with giving it away
Smelly.
because I don't think a garage sale is my jam.
It's like right here.
Yeah, I would never do that.
I've done it before, but usually for the kids, and I don't have a garage.
Too much interacting with people.
Uh-huh. Hi, yeah.
That menace is what he is.
So
Dancing?
Jim Henson saw his puppets as tools, whereas Carol Spinney probably sat closer on the autism tree. And some college kids got a hold of the Big Bird costume one time when they were on campus at like UCLA or something, and ran around in the Big Bird suit for a bit. And then I guess when Carol Spinney caught up with the suit and some of the feathers had fallen out, they found him in a field weeping that his Big Bird suit was damaged. And I guess Frank Oz used to bully him quite a bit. But even amongst, this is the thing you gotta love about Carol Spinney. You can imagine everything we do here is built around inclusion. It's a space for oddballs, right? And we used to joke about it being the island of misfit toys. Like this really is it. But if you can imagine the crew of Muppeteers were the biggest group of oddballs in the universe. Amongst them, they still had an oddball who was on the outside, which was Carol Spinney and Big Bird. What time is it? I got 15 minutes to be Big Bird.
Yeah. So, lovely people at home. I'm going to turn off the live feed. Thank you so much for joining us. Please come find us at 9 o'clock. We're going to start the live auction at 9 o'clock. Check out the artwork. There's beautiful pieces tonight on the Facebook event 526. So check out the artwork, and we're going to see you at 9 o'clock. Okay, bye. Thank you.
Stop for like 3 seconds. Yeah. When I board, that's when I go.